Peace. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another edition of the File Playland. As always, I'm your file player. I hope you guys are having a wonderful pre-Christmas Eve. If you haven't, I hope it improves. But let me get on with the business at hand. Lately, I was going to a lot of my favorite content creators or content creators who at this current juncture, a lot of times have gone into like this heavy duty, coverage for Errol, I believe, stance. And that's okay. I mean, everybody's, you have the right to create whatever content you want. But what I was doing is that I was leaving comments as if I were like an irrational, like Errol Spence fan, oh, like Bud got to kiss the ring, 60-40, this, that, but I was clearly being over the top. I wasn't trying to you know, um, do no like buffoonery or act, like talking Ebonics, like as far as like writing in Ebonics or no stupid shit like that. And it was only about Errol Spence. It wasn't like I was going after like all PVC fighters or something like that. Even though you guys know I don't like the PVC, but just to see how people would engage maybe or social experiment out of boredom, and because I thought it was hilarious as far as the responses I was getting. I it's not like that I don't ever comment on like these pages like normally or like a normal human being and give my perspective. But a lot of times my perspective, I'm not like blowing my own like horn, like has a lot of logic behind it. Um Not that I need to engage or I want engagement and that's why I'm leaving comments, but seems like when you talk logic, um you'll get no engagement. Like nobody's gonna go into these like deep conversations with you. They'll may say like something like and bash you or something and then keep it moving. But I was doing that and I was getting hard body engagement as I expected. It wasn't no surprise. I know how the boxing business talk is now, and that's why I make content about the subject every day. I mean, not saying that I'm gonna burn out that conversation, but shit. I mean, I think it's something that's on my mind all the time in relation to boxing, because anything happening in the ring. So I like to try to break the way people talk about boxing and these boxers down. It's a passion of mine now, especially in these last 2 months. But I wasn't gassing nobody again. Like I wasn't trying to front. You could clearly tell I was being irrational. Like I would leave comments with quotes like at the end of it. Like so basically, I mean, you could pretty much tell. Like I mean, if you read English properly, that it's comments left within quotes as if I'm quoting somebody. I mean, if people know who I am. I mean, it's not like I'm like some enigma or I'm not saying I'm a big deal either. But I've been around like YouTube boxing for many years now. I mean, and the cats that were engaging me, I'm pretty sure that they weren't people that I know, but it's how people talk in these things normally, and nobody checks them for being irrational. People like those comments, and you know, we're gonna starve butt out. I never engaged in like no nothing like that for any boxer or any promotion or sorry, I gotta dismiss this along. So you know, uh, this stuff's been happening as far as the irrational stuff, like in these comments, like sections, for ages. And right now, I mean, the reason that I may have chosen to engage in it in being corny and like going to make these like phantom comments in a sense is because at the end of the day, I mean, like, we got to see who's getting hurt in these conversations today, nowadays. That's why I say, like, these last 2 months have been incredible, like, as far as like the mudslinging that's gone on, like, towards one fighter. And what has that one fighter done? My man, like, he's getting shout outs from other boxers as far as like, oh well, I had Bud in the camp. Like, come on. So let's be real, like, if if I'm going above and beyond in this instance is because one, I mean, like, these dudes aren't like high stakes, like big money fighters at this current juncture. Period. In Errol, Spence, or Bud Crawford. So I mean, like, why anybody would really take a hard stance to say anything that doesn't make this fight happen soon is in the way. Sorry. I mean, I'm not like, I don't got no problems with nobody. I don't got no problems with no content creators. I'm not looking for problems. I mean, like, am I gonna like run for a problem? Absolutely not. Like, but this is like the state of boxing that we're in right now. And I mean, like, a lot of this, and this is like a state of boxing that's really coming to its apex in this last 3 months. And who is it hurting? Not saying it because I'm trying to be like no big Bud fan, or I always tell people I liked Errol Spence a lot more than I liked Bud a couple years ago. But it is what it is. I mean, like, what am I supposed to like front like I'm not seeing what I'm seeing? Like, I mean, you could do that all you want. I mean, I tried not to do that throughout my life. I try not to front. If you front, sorry. I mean, what am I gonna do? And as far as like, channels that I've gone through, I'm not gonna name any names. Even though I mentioned channels like in my live streams and stuff like that, like, but as far as like channels that I went to, like, that I left a lot of those comments. I mean, the fisherman goes to the best waters. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm hunting big fish, like, in a sense, like, so it is what it is. If those comments would have been left without me, like, engaging in it from Jump Street, like, I mean, like, that wouldn't be an issue. And like, I mean, we get like worse stuff like that than that. Calling a man a slave, like, come on, like, what are we doing? And a lot of the like talking points that I used was the same typical stuff that you see all the time, like splits, the boxing business, putting butts in seats, and it wasn't like I was doing anything else like outside of that, like, period. I mean, and I only removed one comment, like, because like somebody called, like, or the content creator called me out on it. It is what it is, like, and I'm not trying to play no content creator out like that either, like, unless it's somebody I don't like. And the people, like I said, a lot of times, like, these most of those comments, like, are channels that I watch every day, but I don't front on, like, watching channels that I disagree with, like, because a lot of these channels that I disagree with nowadays, I didn't disagree with a couple months ago, on most things. And I still, like, don't disagree with everything they say, but it is what it is, and again, like, I'm not trying to play nobody out, I'm not setting off like one group against another, like, if it's only one group of fans that are really going out there like above and beyond, like, with a lot of the stuff that's happening, like, now with a fight that's not like high stakes like that, like, with as far as like what these dudes are doing now. Errol and Bud ain't doing anything now. Like, why are we stopping a fight between these two cats? Outside of like the BS that's happening in boxing, with Canelo and like being the face of boxing, or the A1 dude. Like, how we're gonna get somebody to be the next A1 dude? By bitching about Canelo, or by like forcing these dudes to fight each other, by seeing who's the official A1 dude in the ring. But with that, again, I hope you. If I don't make a video this Christmas, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. And I hope you guys, have a seamless Christmas Eve. With that, I'm out. Peace.